Guys, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, this is DiamondTrail Ranch. I hope you're going into a great, fantastic weekend. It's a nice, breezy one down here in Central Florida. Today I'm talking about Homestead and preparedness, okay? This is a direction we're going with the channel. Today we're talking about most people thinking about preparedness as a simple way of just simply having more, okay? The word more, being prepared is to have more. That, to some, in the world of being prepared, is a statement in itself. Okay, more supplies, more animals, more tools, more systems, layers with all of that. But starting off this year in 2026, a couple weeks into January now, the homesteads that struggle won't be the ones without enough. They'll be the ones that overbuilt without thinking it through. Today, I'm going to talk about the single biggest mistake prepared homesteads make. Why it creates stress instead of security, and mental security at that. How to fix it calmly, very realistically, and sustainably, without the panic, okay? We're not about panic here. Here's the mistake. Building complexity before your stability, okay? Hey, Bruno and Cloud, these two are nutso-butzos right here. People jump straight into too many animals at once. Not gonna lie, everybody that gets into homesteading for the first time, it's a very common practice. Too many, let's see, banana trees all at once. Maybe you don't need 45 banana trees. You know what I'm saying? Blackberry bushes. You don't need you don't need to go to your big box store and get 20 of them. Actually, I have videos on what you can do to turn one into 10. Okay, there's ways to do that. Same thing with your chickens, your successions. You want to keep in your ducklings and ducks, you know, and you start, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, you can answer that on your own homestead, okay? People jump straight to too many animals, like I said, too many layered systems. If you're going to do chickens and ducks are okay? Especially if you're free ranging. We let our ducks out several times a week. They have a giant pen over there, though. You guys can probably see it from here. I'm pointing at it. It's right over there. The chickens, free range, or coops over here. We try to put them up at night. We also keep a couple dogs out at night, but that's a whole nother system. As far as layering, I would say rabbits. Okay, rabbits are a big one. A lot of people want to get into rabbits. If you're starting off, don't do rabbits and chickens. Do one or the other and get really good at it. People jump straight into too many dependencies that require everything to work perfectly. Preparedness isn't about everything working perfectly. It's about things still working when something breaks. And questionable times, like when your power goes out. Man, that happens here lately like twice a week. I'm not even kidding. Supply chains and things of that nature. Disruptions with your big box stores. Rising costs. I hesitated while I was thinking there because we actually just had a hawk. It didn't grab anything over here. That's why it's good to have a couple roosters. I'm telling you, there's big arguments on roosters. They alert. They keep your guys alive. Stay alert, stay alive. It's a very military term. Simple systems bend. Calm down with the complexity, guys. It doesn't have to start off that serious, okay? And when it becomes serious, you're already going to be good at it. Complex systems snap out the door. Here's why this matters right now in 2026. This is crucial because energy costs are fluctuating. Nobody really knows what's going on with the price of anything. Let's be real here. Feed prices are rising unexpectedly. Gold and silver are getting ridiculous. Have you guys seen gold and silver just 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Look at where it is today. Holy cow. The weather patterns are less predictable. When we moved here, we had 2 historic hurricanes hit, the eye of them hit directly over us in Central Florida. I mean, they made history. Repairs are taking longer. I don't know what you guys feel about the trails up in the sky, the chemtrail. That's a whole nother conversation. Let me know in the comment section below what your opinion is on that. I'm curious. I love getting perspective on everything. You know, the chemtrails, the 5G, things like that. You never know nowadays. A lot of redacted stuff. Replacement parts are just costing more. If your homestead requires daily electricity, okay, requires purchased feed to function, requires you to be everywhere at once, you're not prepared, you're overextended. Preparedness in 2026 is about your margins, not your maximum output. The fix is going to be a 3-layer rule, guys. I got a 3-layer rule here for you. Cloud is in nutso mode. It's freezing here right now in Central Florida. I say freezing. It was freezing this morning. It was actually right at 32 degrees with wind chill in the 20s. So these guys all got the zoomies right now. Layer 1's going to be survival mode. If everything stopped tomorrow, do your animals still have water? Make sure you got a backup plan for that. Food production still continues, of course, right? Nothing immediately collapses. Guys, you lose power, you still got your garden, right? Still got your animals. They still got their feed. They still got water. Make sure you have several water reservoirs on your property. Ask yourself, if I stopped buying anything for 30 days, what would fall first? I love that question. If you couldn't do it for 30 days, what goes down first? Layer 2. Remember, I got 3 here. Layer 2, this is where free ranging reduces feed dependence. We love free ranging, okay? Animals contribute to the land, everything from the front to the back of them, okay? All of it. Systems overlap instead of compete. Chickens provide eggs and pest control. Ducks handle wet areas and the protein. You got erosion control with your ducks. I don't know if you knew that. Just a little off-topic thing there in layer 2. Compost feeds your gardens. When I talked about the back end of your animals, okay? Guess what that's doing? Gardens are feeding your animals and vice versa. Nothing exists in isolation. It is a recyclable system, okay? Layer 3, growth mode, folks. Only after the first 2 are solid, you can add your more animals, you can add your automation, you can add your expansion. Prepared homesteads grow slow and intentional, not reactive. We're not reacting here, proactive. I can't stress that enough. Anything in life, please be pro and not reactive. Calm always wins. Panic preparedness looks loud, and people know, okay, calm preparedness looks boring until it's needed. The goal isn't to be ready for everything. The goal is to be ready for enough. In uncertain times, like a hurricane, bad weather, a freeze, a power outage, you know, the most valuable skill isn't stockpiling. It's thinking clearly under pressure. We're not even doom scrolling politics here. I'm just talking about natural causes, okay? You can think outside the box with whatever else could happen. But I mean, if you've been following the news lately, but that's what we focus on here, okay? If you're building a homestead for real world resilience and not fear, guys, you're in the right place, and I want to thank you so much for being here. Subscribe if you want calm preparedness, practical homestead videos and content. We do daily shorts, daily videos here. I get posts out constantly. We're also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, things like that. And you want to know about real systems that actually work, let us know in the comment section below. Again, I'm curious about your opinion on what you think on things like chemtrails and the weather patterns and things like that, and if 5G and towers. And have you guys seen the new stuff they're coming out with? Let me know. Also, what's the weakest link on your homestead? Thanks for watching, guys.